Hi pre-algebra students, so today we're going to have our last lesson and it's about multiplying and dividing rational expressions. So rational expressions once again are fractions, and fractions that can have monomials or maybe they have binomials, trinomials, and so on. So the first one is if we just have monomials. So I want to show you going through that one. So when you multiply across, I think it's easier to multiply across and then simplify, but you could cross simplify as well. So if I'm going to multiply across, this is going to give me 15 x to the 6 y to the 8th over 30 x to the 3rd y to the 2nd. And then with the fraction 15 over 30, that simplifies to 1 over 2. So I have a 2 at the bottom. And then when I'm simplifying my exponents, I'm subtracting them. So 6 minus 3 gives me 3x's up top. 8 minus 2 gives me 6y's up top. So I'm just going to scoot that 2 in the middle, and that's my answer. All right, looking at the next one, multiplying across, that's going to give me 24 x to the 5th, because when you simplify across, you add y. And then 4 times 15 is going to give me 60. And I have 1x, and I'm adding across. 2 plus 5 gives me 7y's. Then I'm going to simplify down. So for the numbers, I can simplify that fraction. I can divide both of them by 12. Yeah, by 12. Gives me 2 and 5. And then I can simplify 5 minus 1. That gives me 4 x's up at the top, and 1 minus 7 gives me 6 y's down at the bottom. Now the only difference here when we're talking about rational expressions with polynomials, so that's binomials or trinomials or other things, is that what I would do is I would factor the numerator and denominators first and then try and cross simplify or simplify in general and kind of act like it's a big fraction. Okay, so for the first one, okay, factor the first fraction. This is a GCF. So I'm going to pull out an x. Leaves me with x minus 2. And then for my second fraction, this is an add multiply. So I need two numbers that multiply to a positive 4, but then add to a negative 4. So that's going to be negative 2 and negative 2. And then for my second fraction, I'm going to start with the denominator because that's an easier one. That's a GCF. Pull out an x, leaves me with x plus 3. Then my numerator is a British method. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. So I need two numbers that multiply to 6 and add to 7, 6 and 1. So 2x squared plus 6x plus 1x plus 3. Factor by grouping. Pull out a 2x, leaves me with x plus 3. Pull out a positive 1, leaves me with x plus 3. So that gives me x plus 3. And 2x plus 1. So I can put that over in my numerator. And then what I'm doing for simplifying this fraction is I'm going to cancel. I'm going to basically act like it's one big fraction. And then if I have one binomial or monomial in the numerator and the same one in the denominator, I can cancel it. So the x plus 3's is a great example. I have one in the numerator, one in the denominator. I can cancel it. X minus 2, I can cancel 1 in the numerator and 1 in the denominator. X's, I can cancel 1 in the numerator and 1 in the denominator. And then what you have left over after you cancel everything, that's your final answer. So in the numerator, the only thing I have left over is 2x plus 1. In the denominator, I have just an x minus 2. So that's my final answer. 2x plus 1 in the numerator and x minus 2 in the denominator. Moving on to the next one. So the first thing I'm going to do is factor it. So this is going to be an add multiply. So x plus 3, x minus 1. The bottom I'm going to leave as x plus 2. This is a GCF. So pull out an x, leaves me with x plus 2. The bottom is a difference of 2 squares. So this is x plus 1, x minus 1. Like I said, I'm going to pretend like it's one giant fraction. If I have the same thing in the numerator and denominator, I can cancel it. So x plus 2 is in the numerator, x plus 2 is in the denominator. Cancel. X minus 1, cancel. So then what I have left over is my answer. So I have an x and an x plus 3, and I have an x plus 1 in the bottom. So that means I'm going to put my GCF of an x up first and my binomial second, which is kind of how we write our answers, and then the x plus 1 at the bottom. Right, move on to the next one. Okay, so number 6 is not in standard form for the numerator, so I'm going to quickly write it in standard form, and then I'm going to pull out a GCF of a -1, leaves me with x minus 1. Bottom's a monomial, so I can't go through and factor that. I have to leave it as a monomial. Same thing with the top of my second fraction. And then the bottom is x minus 3. Oop, this one should be x minus 3, not x minus 1. Then I can pretend like it's one big fraction. I can start canceling. X minus 3, gone. Okay, and then I'm actually going to cross simplify here with the monomials. So 18 and 10 are both divisible by 2. This becomes a 9 and this becomes a 5. When I simplify my x's, I've got 5 and 2. So when I subtract, I have an x to the third up at the top. And then the bottom, I have a 1 and a 4, which gives me a y to the third at the bottom. So what I have left over is I have the -1, and then I have the 9 x to the third up at the top, and a 5 y to the third at the bottom. So my final answer is going to be a -9, because -1 times 9 gives me -9 x to the third, and the bottom is 5 y to the third. Looking at the next one. So this doesn't have a denominator, so we are going to put it over 1. So my denominator is going to be 1. This I can actually factor out a GCF, and then it ends up being a difference of 2 squares. So when I factor out a GCF, and I'll do that above it, it leaves me with x squared minus 1. And then the x squared minus 1 is a difference of 2 squares. The denominator is add multiply, so two numbers that add to -6 but multiply to -7. So that's going to give me x minus 7 and x plus 1. My denominator is a 1 for my second fraction, and the numerator is another add multiply, so multiplying to 21 but adds to a -10. That's going to be a -7 and a -3. And then I'm going to act like it's one big fraction, and I'm going to start canceling. So I can cancel the x plus 1s and the x minus 7s. So then what I'm left over with, up at the top, I'm left over with a 2, an x minus 1, and an x minus 3. And the bottom, I'm just left over with a 1. So I actually don't need to write the denominator at all. I can just write the numerator. If you put over 1, it's not wrong. You probably don't want to put the over 1 in IXL, though. They probably wouldn't want you to put it over 1. All right, let's look at this one. All right, so the numerator is an add multiply. So I need two numbers that multiply to a -12 and add to a 6, or a 4, excuse me. That's going to be a +6 and a -2. And then the denominator, first I'm going to pull out a GCF of an x squared. I like to do those right underneath. All right, 9x plus 18. And then I can see that it is an add multiply. So two numbers that multiply to 18 and add to 9. That's going to be 6 and 3. So that's going to give me x plus 6, x plus 3, but don't forget about that GCF of x squared. And then just like before, it doesn't have a denominator for my second fraction, so I'm going to give it a denominator of 1. Now let's start simplifying. So if I go through, make it one big giant fraction, I can cancel the x plus 6's, I can cancel the x squareds. So what I'm left over with up at the top is a 6, x minus 2, and an x plus 3 times 1, but we really don't need the 1 there. So my answer is going to be a 6x minus 2. We like to just pull those monomials out front of our binomials. and then an x plus 3. Last one, I think, for the multiplication, and then we'll talk about division. All right, for the top and the bottom, these are both GCFs. GCF, GCF, and this is a GCF. Wow, GCFs everywhere. So 5 gives me x minus 4. 5 gives me x plus 3. The bottom stays the same as x minus 4, and this is 2x plus 3. Wow, look at everything that's going to cancel. It's going to be a bunch. So I'll make it one big giant fraction. The x plus 3s are going to cancel, the x minus 4s are going to cancel, and the 5s are going to cancel. So as long as you have one in the top and one in the bottom, it cancels. So I'm just left with 2. It's 2 over nothing, or 2 over 1. You could probably just write your answer as a 2. All right, division, so dividing. I'm going to do a second video for that.